And welcome, it's Dan. Hope you're well today. So in today's session, I want to talk about membership sites because we do get asked, how do you create a membership site? And I see people online and they're kind of struggling, not quite sure what to do, how to do it, what platform to create it on, what the follow-up system should be, how to take payments. And so in this session, that's what I wanted to cover. So first up, let's talk about platforms and let's talk about payments. So the way that we do it, and I can only talk about how we do things because that's our experience, but also we have clients as well. And so we can use a variety of different platforms. So for example, if you're doing live streaming, you could use something like Restream or StreamYard, for example, and you could do it that way. Or you could use Zoom. I'm currently recording this on OBS, and then we take this on OBS, having recorded it, and then we move it over to Restream, and then we stream the podcast out. So today, I'm not live. Normally, I am live. But just because we've got lots on and I've got very tight time scales, it was just easier to get this recorded, send it over to the team, they're going to put it out there. But in terms of the platform for delivery of your membership product, so that could be, so we use Trainer Central, for example, which is a Zoho product. You could use Thinkific, Skool.com with a K, SKOOL.com. The reason why we didn't choose that one is because it's all in dollars. And some of our clients are VAT registered, for example, and we want to be able to claim the VAT back, especially if it's like £1,000 product and 200 quid of VAT. You don't want to be paying that in dollars only to find out that you can't then claim that back on VAT. So all of these things should be taken into account depending on where your audience is going to be. It might be that you have an American audience and this sales tax, and they might be able to claim that back in some way, in which case Skool would be fine. But for most people who are watching this, you're in the UK, and you have to be VAT registered if you want to claim it back. So Thinkific, for example, were just an utter pain in the backside. It's one of the reasons we stopped using them with their VAT system. We just wouldn't provide a VAT invoice. Drove me insane. So we moved over to Trainer Central, never had any of those problems, all works really well. But the platform that you decide upon should be able to do a couple of things. First up, should be capable of taking payments, and we'll talk about payments in just a minute. But more importantly, you should be able to upload your video content easily, and it should allow you to take that video content and to be able to display it in such a way that your end users can easily go through your training course. So if it's a membership course, and of course there's various different types of membership courses, like we've got our Legends Academy, which includes live coaching, as well as giving access to every single digital online training course that we've ever done. We've got more to come, they'll all be included. And so that's another reason for using Trainer Central. We can actually bundle all of these different products together, and then we can have live coaching. It's really cool. It's a really good way of doing it. But for you guys, if this is your first membership course, it's your first digital online course, it's got to be super simple. You don't want anything complicated. Like, I know you can get all these fancy complicated things like Kajabi. Have you seen the landing pages on Kajabi? It's so clunky to use. It's dreadful. And so when we talk about, well, we will talk about landing pages when we talk about sales page conversion, because it's really important. But for now, you need a platform where you can upload your videos, maybe provide some live coaching, and it will allow you to take payments. And the payments that you would normally take are credit card payments, debit card payments. And so that would be a Stripe account. You could take PayPal. PayPal are notorious for holding on to that, and Stripe have a bit of a reputation with that as well. PayPal are just a nightmare. I've seen guys with 80 grand in PayPal cannot get it back for like 18 months. PayPal just take it. It's crazy. So you have to watch that. We use Stripe, nice and easy on Stripe, and you get lots of data as well. So you can compare this week versus last week, this year versus last year, so you can see your revenue, see how they're increasing, hopefully. But it should be a no-brainer. Like, I think too many people that spend too much time on a training course instead of over marketing, and we'll talk about marketing soon as well. Let's talk about sales conversion then. So this really comes down to your landing pages, I always think, and there's some pre-sales work that has to be done as well. So for pre-sales stuff, there's things like content like this that we put out free of charge, and it generates goodwill, it gets people to notice us, it demonstrates our expertise and our experience in what we're doing, like membership sites, for example. We've created lots of those. So that's for pre-sale stuff. People have to know about you in order to buy from you. And if people don't know about you, they can't buy from you, right? So you've got to get your content out. And, we talk about content all day long, don't we? But once you've got them to the sales page, you need a conversion mechanism. And there's various conversion mechanisms. I always believe that it's easier to sell the next step, whatever the next step is. And the next step might be a 3-day breakthrough experience, which is what we do. We drive traffic, put them into the breakthrough experience. It's an on-demand webinar, 30 minutes a day, every day for 3 days. And they go through this really good quality, free of charge training. And then there's an offer at the end, and then they can go for the offer or not. So if you think about that from a conversion mechanism, we drive people through content, or sometimes paid ads. We get them onto a 3-day event, like 30 minutes a day. It's all on demand, so I don't have to show up for every single event. They can do it when it's convenient for them, which is usually when they see it and they click it. That's when they want to consume that content, so we make that possible. Then they're immersed into our environment, and during that process, we can demonstrate our expertise and our experience and our knowledge and all these amazing things that we can do using NLP and so on. And then on day 3, and there's always like reminders, stay to the next day, this is what we're going to cover, stay to the last day, this is, you're going to get an offer, it's going to be really worth your while staying for that offer. They get to day 3, and then we have an upsell to the offer. And so that's a really nice conversion, but you've got to have a landing page that you're going to be driving traffic to. And that landing page has to have an offer that makes people go, yeah, I want this. So a free of charge offer, now once they're in our environment and they're immersed into how we think and who we are and our crappy jokes and how we sound and all the rest of it, they're much more likely to buy. So we call it immersion is conversion. If you can immerse someone into your world, they're much more likely to agree with your world and your viewpoint and buy whatever it is that you happen to sell. And then we move on to the traffic generation system. And the traffic generation, there's only 2 types. It's paid ads or it's content. And that's it. There's no fancy, nothing fancy here. You're running paid ads to a landing page, or you're running content to a landing page. And the content can be podcast shows. It can be live streams like this. It can be little short videos. It can be images. It can be long form content. It can be like this morning, I did a video walking a dog on a beach, and we were talking about the breakthrough experience, for example. So that's driving traffic back to that event. You've got to have traffic. And, I get it. You don't want to pay for traffic. Nobody wants to pay for traffic. But in 2026, you're going to be paying for traffic. You can get some content, and that might work. But it's hit and miss. Like, at least if you got paid traffic, you can go, okay, £10 a day, £20 a day. We're going to end up with 20 people on this breakthrough. 4 of those will sign up for the next thing, whatever the next thing is. Let's say it's 200 quid. And they get there, and then they're going to spend 200 quid. You've got £800. You spent £20 a day, which is £600. You made £200. And now they're into your environment, and they might repeat, and then they might go on to the Legends Academy, which is a monthly, provides monthly recurring revenue. Provides them with great, amazing coaching each month. So you've got to have this conversion mechanism, and that really happens because you've got a traffic generation system. And again, there's only 2 types, and that's paid for or it's content only. And then, of course, you need the retargeting and the email follow-ups. So people who fill in the form but don't attend, they should get an email saying, hey, you didn't show up for your webinar. Here is the link again. The people that stayed to the end of a webinar, hey, you stayed to the end, but you didn't buy. What's going on? Let's jump on a call. You've got to have a certain level of email marketing and retargeting going on so that people can see that you're still around. Because most people don't buy on the first go. And I think people think this, I ran a webinar, 100 people showed up and nobody bought. It's like, yeah, it's your first one. How many times do you think you have to run that webinar? And how many times do you think you have to run a webinar for you to be good at running that webinar as well? It's very important. And so if you're not thinking like that, it's very easy to give up. And giving up means you don't end up with any money whatsoever. And by the way, most of these things don't cost you anything other than paid targeting. So if you've got no money right now and you kind of skint, like to create an online training course, you can create that using a mobile phone. And you upload the videos to the platform. You choose a cheap version of a platform, 20, 30 quid a month. And if you can't afford 20, 30 quid a month, you need to go, busking or whatever to make 30 quid for that month to pay for it. And so that, using the stepping stone system to get more income. And so if you put all of this together, you can generate income from an online training course. And we've done this, this morning, overnight. I woke up this morning, checked my phone. We had another sale, 57 quid had dropped in from work that I did 5-6 years ago. It still blows me away. It makes me very happy every morning when we see sales dropping in, because this is from work that we did years ago and we're still profiting from it today. And that's why you need a membership course or an online training course or a membership site of some kind with monthly recurring revenue for ongoing value that you're providing with your clients. All right, very quick there. We're going to actually go in depth today in our Legends Academy on all 4 of these, and we're going to go into much more depth on each one, and then we have Q&A so people can ask questions, and that's what we offer in terms of what we do and how we help clients. And we help clients get this stuff up and running, and then when it's up and running, we can look at it and provide them with feedback. Well, that's not going to work because of this, and this isn't connected. The stuff that is really obvious to us is really hard for other people, whereas we look at something and go, well, that's not going to work, change this, move that around, do this, implement this, put that there. Oh, I get it, okay. And that's how we do it. Anyway, I hope you found that useful. We'll catch up with you on the next podcast. My name's Dan Latto. Have a great day.